Not to say that that's not a good thing, but like whatever. We
run its course.
We were ready. But in order for us to sell it and make it a sellable business, we had to fix all the things that were wrong with it, right? And so we took a year before the year. So it took 2 years.
Or
exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So it took 2 years, basically 1 year to like fix everything, and then 1 year to sell it. But the thing is, it's just like when you have a house that you like fix up before you get ready to sell it. By the time you're about to sell it, you're like, I love this house.
This is amazing.
I just fixed all the problems I fixed.
Now I've got more cash flow. It's more efficient. You know, I got rid of the toxic people.
Yeah, exactly. And so it was, again, a very like mind trip experience where I'm like, well, maybe I should just hold it as an asset that just produces cash flow.
Yeah.
You know, Uncle Warren never sells anything. Like selling is what makes you rich. Keeping is what makes you wealthy. Like, you know, I'm like, I've got all these kind of things in the back of my mind. But I think ultimately, like, I think no matter what we had done, we would have been fine. But I think for me right now, I think the likelihood that the choice, if I had two alternate realities, which I don't have to play in, I think that the choice will ultimately yield more impact for more people. I would not have the attention to do acquisition.com and the media stuff that we're doing right now. I wouldn't be here.
Right.
Just straight. I wouldn't.
You'd be focused on your gyms.
Yeah, exactly. On those companies that were in that portfolio. And acquisition.com would still be a side thing, but it probably wouldn't be the main thing. Mm-hmm. Whereas now it is 100% of my attention, and the companies are killing it. And I feel renewed.
When I launched School of Greatness 10 years ago, I remember saying, I'm going to do this for 1 year because I wish I had access to this. I wish this was a thing that I could go listen to in the world to teach me.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to try to make money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to do it for a year, all in, but I'm not going to try to make money. I don't want to make money.
Yeah.
I mean, if the money came, great.
Sure. Yeah.
But it wasn't my intention. It was just how can I create the best content to serve people on the things that I wish I would have learned in school growing up.
Yes.
The School of Greatness.
Yeah.
And after 1 year, I was like, man, this thing's really starting to take off.
Yeah.
You know, but it wasn't based on how do I make as much money.
Totally.
It was how do I create something that can really make a lasting change.
Yeah.
And that intention is what's made me sustainable for 10 years, loving the process.
Totally.
So when people come from a place, what I'm hearing you say, when they come from a place of that intention of service or because this needs to be in the world.
It's art. Art exists not to do something. It exists to exist.
Right.
It's like no one says, why did you paint that? It's like,
because it needed to come out. I needed to express it.
Exactly. And so I think that if people chose their businesses that way, I think, and don't get me wrong, I'm all about making money. Like, by all means, go get your bag. You know what I mean?
As much as you can.
Yeah, by all means. But I think that what it does is it ends up freeing you to then make your real impact, because then you can start whatever the next thing, and hopefully your first thing is that thing, but realistically it probably isn't. And all you have to do is look at every entrepreneur that's really wealthy, the amount of graveyard businesses they have in their back. Right. And so like right now, if you're listening and you're like, I'm not sure if this is the perfect business idea,